It's episode 2.
And we're back.
Yes, this is the response video for Ray from Philly. How you doing, Ray from Philly?
I don't know, because we're not even you guys.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But this is the greatest team of all time. I got my sidekick here. This is MP Fox.
And I'm MC Fox.
That's right. And we're going to give you each our greatest team of all time.
I barely know any guys that Dad has, and I know some people on mine.
Oh, yeah. Well, there
But
we go.
I actually know.
But you're going to get 2 lists here. And the cool thing about this is over 150 years of Major League Baseball. That's a long time, isn't it, Theo?
I know that's a long time.
How old is that? That's as old as your dad. Almost. But anyway, over 150 years, you could probably have 700 different combinations of greatest players, and every single one would be correct.
And probably even more.
And even more than that. I'm sure even more than that. So should we start this out?
Hold on a minute. Okay, we're good.
All right. Well, we don't have all the cards for these players, so we're just going to read it off as we're new to this hobby. So we're going to start out, and I'll start out my all-time greatest catcher of all time is Johnny Bench. He anchored the Cincinnati Reds to the Big Red Machine. He was a total catcher. Now, there's other great catchers that were huge hitters, like Pudge. Rodriguez was one of them. Mike Piazza was another one. But to me, Johnny Bench is the greatest all-time catcher.
And also, my dad missed one because it's what you're going to hear right now from mine. Because my catcher is Yogi Berra.
Yogi Berra. And he played for who?
The New York Yankees.
New York Yankees. That's right. The stinking Yankees.
Yeah, the stinking Yankees.
Speaking of the stinking Yankees, how about you? You got a first baseman. Who's that?
Well, I got a first baseman named Lou Gehrig.
Lou Gehrig. Well, he was also a Yankee, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yep. Now, here's my one big, huge, controversial choice.
Yeah, the best one ever that you guys may not like.
My best ever first baseman played for the Baltimore Orioles. It's Eddie Murray. Yep, I know there's going to be a lot of eyes raised, but I thought he was absolutely amazing watching him play, and not as an Oriole fan, but I just thought he was a smooth baseball player, and he was my favorite all-time greatest team first baseman. Now, at second base was one of Johnny Bench's teammates, and he's on my greatest team. That was Joe Morgan, greatest second baseman of all time.
Well, let's turn over the clock so that we can go to number 42, Jackie Robinson.
Jackie Robinson, huh? You're staying in New York groove, huh? Yeah. Okay, so how about at shortstop? What do you got over there, Mateo?
Well, shortstop, I got the backflips and the cartwheels, Ozzie Smith.
Ozzie Smith? He didn't play in New York.
Yeah, but not all my players are.
Oh, okay, not all of them are from New York. Well, my all-time greatest shortstop also is a Baltimore Oriole, Cal Ripken Jr. I think he was the greatest all-time shortstop that there ever was.
Yeah.
That's in my opinion.
In your opinion.
And now my greatest all-time third baseman, and I think that Ray from Philly is going to be happy about this, but it's Mr. Mike Schmidt. I think he was the total package over there at third base.
I got Mike Schmidt too.
Well, what do you know? We agreed on something. Super. Well, let's move into the outfield, Teo. What do you have?
Well, with the cannon in left, I got Bo Jackson.
Bo Jackson. Oh, he was a phenom, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was something else. Bo knows. Right? Bo knows.
Bo knows.
Well-
And also, he is Spider-Man.
Oh, he is Spider-Man.
Yeah, totally.
Totally. Okay. Well, my favorite or greatest all-time left fielder, now this is also kind of controversial. He was wrapped up in the whole steroid issue and all that stuff, and I do consider him an asterisk steroid kind of cheater. But Barry Bonds has got to be my all-time greatest left fielder. Asterisk, maybe, put on that. What do you think?
I think that's a good idea. Okay, quick reminder, I do not like steroids and cheaters, and I'm not the biggest fan of that choice, even though I do like Barry Bonds, because, well, he...
What about juice boxes? Now, in center field, I have
boxes.
Mr. Willie Mays is the greatest, to me, all-time center fielder.
And then the most clumsiest Willie Mays is Willie Mays Hayes.
Willie Mays Hayes, but that's a whole different thing.
Yeah, that's
Who's your
weird.
favorite or greatest all-time center fielder?
Ken Griffey Jr.
Ken Griffey Jr. That is a great choice.
I know.
I wanted to choose him too, but I thought Willie Mays was best. How about over in right field?
Well, Ichiro!
Ichiro. Great choice, Mateo. He's actually one of my favorite players.
Yeah, he's
Right
actually
there.
on mine too.
Yep, and my favorite where are we at? Right field?
Yeah.
My right fielder is Henry Aaron, Hank Aaron, all-time greatest right fielder. You got anything for that? No? Okay, well, we'll move on to DH because even though that's not part of the position players, I'm an American League guy. I always have been an American
Me
League
too,
guy.
me too.
He's always been an American League guy. So my
'Cause why?
all-time
We
greatest... Rays. Yep, that's Rays.
Rays.
My all-time greatest
and
DH
Twinkies.
is Harold Baines. Boy, he played for the Orioles too. It sounds like I'm an Orioles fan. I'm not, really.
Yeah,
And your
I'm not
greatest all-time
My
DH?
greatest is Babe Ruth.
Babe Ruth. Well, you got to put Babe Ruth on the team because to me, Babe Ruth is the greatest ball player of all time.
So I'm surprised he did not put it on.
Well, that's because I could say he's the greatest of all time. That's why. So let's get to the starting pitchers. My all-time best, greatest right-handed starting pitcher is Mr. Tom Seaver. And my left-handed starting pitcher is Steve Carlton. Tom Seaver and Steve Carlton. What do you got for that, Mateo?
Nothing.
You don't have our starters?
Oh, I do.
Well, who are they?
I didn't know you meant.
Okay, who are your starting pitchers?
All right. On the right-handed side, for starters, I got Nolan Ryan.
Oh, yeah. Good choice.
I know why I picked him, but. And on the left-handed side, I got
This is your right hand. Okay. Who do you got?
Sandy Koufax.
Sandy Koufax. Very nice. Very nice. How about in your bullpen? Who's your right-handed and your left-handed relievers?
Well, on the right-handed side, it's Trevor time.
Trevor time.
Trevor Hoffman.
Trevor Hoffman. Very nice.
And I don't know if lots of people will like this one. It's newish, but I don't really care because I barely know any relievers that are left-handed. Aroldis Chapman.
Aroldis Chapman. Well, he's a great left-handed reliever.
Yeah,
He's going to be something in the record books. Well, my right-handed reliever, and he happens to be a Yankee, is Mariano Rivera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was debating between him and Trevor.
Yeah.
I like Trevor more.
I like Trevor Hoffman, though.
Yeah.
It was a good choice.
I
my
think
left-handed...
you forgot about him.
No, well, I think about his walk-up song all the time. But my
too.
favorite left-handed reliever is John Franco.
Whoever that is.
Whoever that is. Well, there you go. Those are our two all-time greatest teams of all time. Response video for Ray from Philly. So again, I've got Bench, Murray, Morgan, Ripken Jr., Schmidt, Bonds, Mays, Henry Aaron, Tom Seaver, Steve Carlton, Mariano Rivera, John Franco, and Harold Baines.
Hey.
And what do you have, Mateo? Yeah, I had to write it down.
Yeah. I got Yogi Berra, Lou Gehrig, Jackie Robinson, Ozzie Smith, Mike Schmidt, Bo Jackson, Ken Griffey Jr., Ichiro, Babe Ruth, Nolan Ryan, Sandy Koufax, Trevor Hoffman, and Aroldis Chapman.
Love your team, Mateo. Thank you.
Blank, blank.
Got any parting words?
I got some parting words. My mom's being crazy over there. And once again, there is the time.